Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Tammy Talks here. Let's go ahead and get into the recap for Black Ink Crew. This is New York Season 9, Episode 12, Meet the Press. Before we get started, if you are brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns on various TV shows, both scripted and reality, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So, if you enjoy that type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel, thumbsing up the video if you enjoy this particular piece of content. And it happened in the comment section, y'all, so we can talk about it. So this episode starts off with Caesar getting ready for this press conference. This press conference that was unnecessary, that was a waste of time, money, space, effort, just everything. I was in the hashtag on Twitter, and people were wondering, did this really happen? Was this set up for the show? No, it happened. I remember seeing the press conference on, was it like the Neighborhood Talk or the Jasmine brand? It was definitely on some Instagram blogs. It was a real press conference that was just a waste. It was just a waste. It was stupid. So Caesar is super nervous, and his mother tells him, never have second thoughts about anything. If you have your mind set to go do something, go do it. She also says that she has never seen him do anything wrong with his child. And Mama C's, I'm going to stop you right there because that's fine and dandy. I don't know if I believe what happened or not. I don't know what happened. I'm inclined, like you always want to believe a victim when something like that does happen to them. But I have no opinion whatsoever on whether it happened, whether it did not happen. However, just because you have never seen somebody do something does not mean they are not capable of doing it. That's just like when people say, oh, he would never rob a bank. I've never seen him do that. He would never kill somebody. I've never seen him do that. Just because, just because you've never seen somebody actually do an action does not mean that they are not capable of doing it. Just, food for thought. So Caesar is wondering where Ted is. Ted's not there. So, we get all these different scenes of people at the shop. Where's Teddy? Teddy's not there. It's okay, y'all. It's okay. You know why Teddy doesn't need to be there? He's not Caesar's boyfriend. He's not Caesar's man. He's not Caesar's spokesperson. He's not Caesar's lawyer. I don't know why they were honestly expecting, why did Teddy have to be there? His mother is there. His girlfriend is there. I feel like that's sufficient if you ask me. He doesn't need an entourage. So we then pan over to Walt, who is doing a photo shoot. Walt got the audacity to tell us he is still waiting to hear back from that private investigator. Look, Walt, if you were stealing $400 to pay some bills out the register, you cannot afford a private investigator. And that's all I'm going to say with that. Stop the shenanigans about who that man was that was sitting there. It was not a private investigator. You are not looking into who really robbed 125th. Stop it, Walt. Go do your photography, do your artwork, do your comedy, do whatever it is you need to do to keep the lights on and the bills paid, food on the table, clothes on your back. But let's not act like you got money to just be throwing in a private investigator, okay? Let's not do that. So, Walt does talk to his wife about what's going on, and he feels the need to reach out to C's. Meanwhile, Ted is walking with his dog, and tells the dog, look at your uncle looking stupid on TV. And when I tell y'all I hollered, because, I think it was a dumb idea. So Caesar said that he can't fix the issues with his daughter if the world thinks he is a child abuser. I wrote that down. Let me read that again. Caesar said he cannot fix the issues with his daughter if the world thinks he is a child abuser. What that tells me, myself, Tammy Talks, what that tells me is that Caesar feels that if everyone else is coming at him, he's going to be more concerned with his image, with his own personal image, with how the world sees him, with how Instagram sees him, with how Twitter sees him. He's more concerned about that than he is with fixing the relationship with his only child. That is the dumbest shit I have ever heard. That is dumb. Because if the person that lives in the apartment next to me is saying C's from Black Ink is a child abuser, how is that keeping you from contacting your daughter or trying to contact your daughter and making that right? If you can explain that to me, y'all, please hop in the comment section. I would love to know. So then Caesar at the end says that he thinks that maybe he could have done something differently outside of this, but he just felt his back was against the wall. The entire time that Caesar is doing this press conference, he's talking about how people are mean in the comments. People are calling me names in the comments. This could ruin my business. I'm sorry, Caesar, but even if you did or did not abuse your child, that is not going to have an effect on your tattoo empire. It is not. It is not going to have an effect on that, because if I'm somebody, he has Black Ink Milwaukee. Milwaukee now has the Black Ink tattoo shop. Do you think the people that are walking down the street that decide to go get a tattoo are going to say, oh no, I can't go in there because I heard a couple years ago that on a reality show, the owner of this might have hit his child? No, that is stupid. You're just more concerned about the way that you're coming across on the internet. You're more concerned about your image, not your reputation of your business, but your image as a person than you are with repairing the relationship with your child. That is very telling of you, and it just makes you look like a fucking asshole, to be real. But we've known this about Caesar. We have known this about Caesar. Why are we shocked? Why are we shocked? So we then pan over to Tati. Tati's in her confessional, and she said Caesar is so brave for talking about this because I'm not ready to tell the crew about my legal issues as you are sitting, doing your confessional, and doing a green screen, talking about your legal issues that have already been filmed for the show. Does Tati think that her press conference, which was by, the DA, does Tati think that didn't make its rounds? Come on. Crystal is at 125th, and she tells the other lady that's there tattooing that Rock got into a fight with Spider. He was attacked, yada, yada, yada. They're making it seem as if Spider just attacked them. It's not like they walked in and Spider rushed them. There was back and forth. Both parties played a part in that argument and in that fight. Tati says that she wants to have a barbecue to bridge her family with her Black Ink family. And I said, okay, girl. So Ted is ignoring Caesar's text. Caesar's texting him, what's good, bro? Where you at? Bro, where you been? Texting him and all that type of stuff. And Ted is ignoring it. He instead takes the dog to go get pampered. I said, oh, okay. What I don't like is when people be like, be careful with my dog. They are trained professionals. They're not going to drop the dog. They know how to wash the dog and trim the dog's nails and do all that type of stuff. And like the way he was all over their back, they got on a mask and you don't. It was just so much going on in that scene. On top of that, I thought Ted was like losing weight and getting fit and getting in shape. Did he fall victim to the pandemic? Like, what happened? He just, and it's not me body shaming by any means, but I feel like this season, this portion of the season was supposedly filmed just a month after the last one, and I feel like he looks drastically different. But okay. So Walter texts Caesar asking to meet up. Caesar gets mad at the text message because he thought that it would have been Teddy texting him. It's not Teddy. Teddy's not thinking about you. Teddy needs time to figure out what he's going to say to you because he didn't show up. Now, I will admit, Teddy is bogus because if you told him you were going to be there, then you should have been there. But a quick and simple I'm not gonna make it suffices. But the worst thing you can do is just flat out avoid somebody. Like, that's the way that Ted is doing that is childish. Respond back to him, tell him you don't want to talk to him right now. But see, people avoid you when they know that they've done you wrong. So that's what Ted is doing. Teddy knows that he should have been there, and now it's gotten too far to where Teddy's just gonna keep ignoring him because now he don't know what to say. So we get the scene where Tati asks Cecil to give her a tattoo that says "I am" because that is her mantra in the morning. Girl, okay. He does the tattoo and then he's in the confessional saying he's not focused. I'm sorry, don't ever tell me that you're not focused while you're tattooing something permanently on my body. What is going on? Bring back Chicago. Bring back the Chicago one because at least we can all hate Charmaine together. God. So Caesar then meets up with Walt. And Walt initially said he wanted to check on him, right? And Caesar said that with all the betrayal that he has been going through and facing, he's getting used to it. It's almost just like second nature at this point, right? People are going to betray you. He said he even had a falling out with Ted. You didn't have a falling out with Ted. Stop being dramatic. You just have not spoken to Ted. Y'all didn't have a falling out though. So next thing we know, Walter starts talking about the robbery. And talking about how, he might have took the money, but he didn't do that, and he's working through all of this. And Caesar is sitting there like, I know you fucking lying. I know that is not why you insisted on calling me, and why you are now, hitting me up. Walter keeps talking about how he did not rob him. He only took the $400, but he was going to give it back. So Caesar told him, look, if the place wouldn't have been robbed, would you have told me about the money? Walt proceeds to say, oh, well, I tried to contact you. And Caesar was like, that's bullshit because you could have texted me. And I feel that too. In no way, shape, or form is it okay for you to reach your hand into that register and take some money out. That is completely inexcusable. No part of that is okay to do. Then for you to have the audacity to be upset that you stole. What, even if you didn't actually break into the building or leave the door ajar or however 1/2 got broken into, the fact that you stole out the register is grounds enough for you to get fired. And it is baffling to me that Watt does not seemingly understand that, but you cannot take money out of someone's establishment and feel that you can put it back when you get a chance to. That is not how the game works at all. So Caesar's telling him that he can't even be around him right now because in this moment right now, him being around him has just really solidified and proven to him, I can't rock with you like that no more. Caesar said it hurt his feelings, and I felt that. It's one thing for somebody to say they're mad at you, but when someone says they're disappointed in you, when someone says you hurt my feelings, that should do something to you. If I ever hear somebody say, oh, I'm disappointed in you, Tam, or you hurt my feelings or whatever, yeah, I would feel like that would make me feel away. So I felt that when Caesar said that. And then he basically tells Walt, you are fired. You can't be a part of Black Ink no more. Caesar says he doesn't know if he'll even ever speak to him anymore. And it's just kind of, Walt, you caused that on yourself. You had no business taking that man's money. You just had no business taking that man's money. So this was apparently Walt's send-off the show. So first episode back, we got rid of Donna. Now we have gotten rid of Walt. Who's going to be next? Who's next? Next episode, please be Tati. Please be Tati. So now we get to Tati's barbecue. Caesar gets up, says this speech about how he is proud of Tati. In the confessional, Caesar said he's proud of Tati. She's mature. Look at the growth of her. Everyone's bringing over gifts and all this other stuff. It's going great. Puma put Spider and Rock to the side because when Spider came, it was like a dark cloud fell over the barbecue. And I want people to realize just because two people have beef doesn't mean that they're gonna like come in and automatically get to fighting. These are adults. Black and crew adults, but these are still adults nonetheless. Puma pulls them both to the side, tells Rock, y'all have been messing up. Y'all have been coming in late. We have had to cover y'all some of your clients for you. So let's not act like y'all have not just been on the up and up. Y'all were not being targeted or attacked. He then tells he didn't tell Spider that, you've been on one too. You are doing too much. Y'all have to learn how to handle this like adults. Rock doesn't want to be in Brooklyn. He said he feels the energy is off now. Whatever. Leave him up in 125th. Leave Spider down in Brooklyn. And then let's just be done with the entire situation. So Spider tells them the reason that he's been kind of off lately is because he's been having these medical issues with, this pain that's radiating down his neck and up the side of his head. So they kind of make up after that because you don't know what people are going through. Yada, yada, yada. You know the old montage? The old saying, my brain today. You know the old motif? Y'all know what I'm trying to get at. But you know the old saying that you don't know what people are going through, so you shouldn't, automatically assume whatever with people. So they make up. Men are able to make up so much quicker than women are. So Caesar is still texting Ted. Ted is still paying him dust. Ted didn't even show up to the barbecue. So Caesar gives a speech about how Tati has been stepping up. He's pleased with her. He's proud of all the growth that she's doing. She's managing 125th. She's doing a great job with that. So he's just, super, super proud of her. She feels that right now, is the best moment to pull Caesar to the side to tell him about her felony charges. She said that when she got arrested 2 years ago for that drug situation, they started tapping her phone. I have noticed Tati has yet to say she is innocent. She has yet to say it's not what it seems like. You did that shit. And the fact that you want to sit up on here and make it seem as if the fact that you want to sit up on here and make it seem as if we should feel sorry for you or anybody should feel sorry for you, and you're sad and you're scared and you're nervous about what's going to happen, girl, you shouldn't have done it. You were drug trafficking. Of course you got caught. So she tells him that she's looking at 2 Class A felonies. That's anywhere between 7 to 15 years. And she tells him that she knows it's a setback for her. She doesn't want it to be a setback for the progress she's made. Caesar, who has done his fair share of crimes, obviously, and has seen his fair share of courtrooms, said that he's going to support her through it because that's what family should do. Because Caesar's being dramatic because he feels that nobody supports him and suing Crystal. So Caesar pulls up to Ted's house. Ted is outside saying that he didn't know what to say to him yet, but he got to think of something because Caesar has pulled up. Ted's whole thing, Caesar feels that Ted stabbed him in the back. Ted apologizes for not being there. He said, I should have told you I wasn't coming. I should have maybe handled this a little differently. However, Ted's perspective is, I don't agree with what you're doing. He has his own relationship with Cheyenne because, I don't know if people realize they are really cousins. They're first cousins. So he has his own relationship with Cheyenne. Ted is coming from the perspective of, let's say that this court case or this child abuse case gets dropped and you are able to now contact Cheyenne and she reaches out to me. I want to be able to be that bridge to connect you back with your daughter. He does not agree with how Caesar's going about this. Caesar, on the other hand, is like, you could have told me, and Cheyenne will just understand when she gets older. Maybe she won't, though, Caesar. That's the thing. The whole issue is Caesar keeps saying he had no other choice. You did the press conferences, right? There are still the same amount of people that think that you abused your child, that did before this press conference, because you didn't provide any proof, you didn't provide any facts. It was basically, I'm going to get up here and tell my side of the story because she's on Instagram telling her side of the story. Literally nothing really got accomplished. You know what I mean? Nothing was solved. And I think that's the part that like kind of went over Caesar's head. So he feels betrayed. He's asking Ted, what should he do? Ted, like you can tell, doesn't want to get really involved with that. And Ted is like, I can't give you any advice. I don't know more than the lawyer, but I don't think this was the right thing to do. I think it's weird how Caesar thinks that this was. I think it's even more weird how a good portion of people were on Twitter tonight saying that Ted is foul for not coming. Blind loyalty is not the way. Right? If I don't agree with something you are doing because I think, not just because I don't agree, but because I think it's going to be at the detriment of your child, who I also have a familial relationship with, absolutely I am not going to support that. And I think so many people have the mentality that if you're my friend, you need to support and agree with every single thing I'm doing, because that is friendship and that is loyalty, and that is not friendship and that is not loyalty. Being a true friend is telling somebody you're fucking up right now. That's what true friendship is. Being loyal to somebody is being loyal enough and true enough to that friendship to tell them you are messing up right now. And that's what Ted was trying to tell him. But Caesar is big-headed. You can't tell Caesar anything. So Ted apologized to him once again for ignoring his calls. He tells him he's sorry he can't give him any advice. And now Caesar feels he has no one to talk to about this. Talk to the heifer that got into it with your daughter and made this whole situation even worse than it had to be. Why don't you go talk to her about it? So that has been Black Ink Crew. This season is very lackluster. I'm really only waiting for the part where they show the opening of the Milwaukee shop. I want to see if I know anybody that went to the grand opening. I did not. I drove by, but I didn't actually stop and go in. But if you have not already subscribed to the channel, thumbs up the video if you enjoyed tonight. And hop into the comment section, y'all. What do you guys think? Should Caesar have done the photo shoot? Should Caesar have done the press conference? Or do you think that there was another way that he could have handled this? Was Ted wrong, or was Ted right for not standing beside him and co-signing the stupidity? Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.